please hit that subscribe button.
Hey, everybody.
Better suited to win the Stanley Cup this season. If you are new to the channel, Washington Capitals, the Boston Bruins.
Locked on and he scored! And we're live. Hey everybody, so some more news to talk about. We have a trade between the Minnesota Wild and the San Jose Sharks. Minnesota sends forward Ryan Donato to San Jose in exchange for a third-round pick in the 2021 NHL draft. So, not a huge deal here, but a somewhat notable one with Donato now going to his third team in 4 years. He started with Boston, got traded in the Charlie Coyle deal to Minnesota, and now he's been traded to the San Jose Sharks. Before I fully talk about it, I just ask that you subscribe if you are new and hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Both of those things help out a lot and are very much appreciated. But if you've been on this channel for a long time, you probably know how much I can't stand Ryan Donato. I hated him here in Boston and just have never been a big fan of Ryan Donato. If you're new to the channel, you may not have known that, but yes, I can't stand Ryan Donato. There's a plethora of different reasons. He doesn't know how to play defense. He's one of the laziest players I've ever seen. He has a good shot, but doesn't put himself in position to use it very often. And I was just greatly disappointed with Ryan Donato in Boston. I was so happy when they traded him. And again, I still don't think he's ever going to really become an impact player at the NHL level. However, if you're the San Jose Sharks, this deal, I think, does make somewhat sense, at least to give it a try. Donato is a guy who does have upside and can score goals. It's just about actually getting him to do that and getting him to play well at the NHL level, which we haven't seen very much. If you're the Sharks, you give up a third-round pick, who is somebody that was not going to make an immediate impact at the NHL level anyway. It's in next year's draft. It's not even in this draft. So it's not like you're giving up a whole lot if you're San Jose. Also, the Sharks are terrible. They were awful last year. They're probably not just going to magically be good again this year. So you're looking for young talent with upside and potential. And Ryan Donato, I guess, does have that. I have to admit that. If you're the Minnesota Wild, you move on from a player who probably wasn't going to work out. You get a third-round pick in return, and you open up that roster spot, that cap space, and you're able to try someone else there, which I think does make sense. So I do understand this deal. I understand San Jose giving him a chance, but again, I'm not a huge fan of Ryan Donato at all. I've never liked his game at the NHL level. I was very, very disappointed with him in Boston. I don't think he brings a whole lot to the table. And his overall game is just not good at the NHL level. I don't see him ever really becoming a top six player or any sort of impact scorer or anything like that. I think he'll probably float around as a depth player for a while. He'll be a third line type guy. Maybe have 15 goals in a season, and that will be it. And then he'll eventually end up somewhere outside of the NHL, whether he goes back to the AHL or goes to Europe or whatever happens beyond that. I don't see him having a very great NHL career or anything like that. So San Jose, I guess it does make sense, to give the kid a shot and give him a try. It's not like you're risking a whole lot here if you're the San Jose Sharks. If you're Minnesota, you're obviously ready to move on from him. You're ready to move on from Alex Galchenyuk. Minnesota's tried some of these, rehabilitation type projects where players that were underperforming. They've tried to bring them in, young players who are underperforming, and see if that maybe the change of scenery would help. Change of scenery has not helped, and now they're ready to move on from guys like Ryan Donato. So there was also a lot of talk about a trade going down between these two teams involving Devan Dubnyk. That has not been official yet, has not been completed yet. So again, we'll see if anything happens in the future with that. There was a lot of thought about it possibly being a package deal where Donato and Dubnyk go to San Jose and whatever package they get back goes to Minnesota. Clearly, they weren't able to get the package deal done, so they're doing it now in two separate deals. We still don't know. Dubnyk isn't done yet, so we don't know if that's even going to happen. But the Donato deal is done. Donato to San Jose, third-round pick back to Minnesota, and we'll see what happens long-term with that in the future. But again, I'm not a big Ryan Donato fan at all, if you can't tell. we'll just see what happens. But with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, links to our donation link, Patreon, and merchandise store down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.